to Girls Unscripted, everybody. My name is Carolyn.
And my name is Kate. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode. We are going to be recapping Vanderpump Rules Season 2, Episode 14, titled I Lied. We were supposed to record this episode a couple days ago, and the craziest thing happened to me where I think we were going to record at like 1. And I sit down, and I send out the Zoom link, and all of a sudden, I hear, evacuate. And I live in a home, not in an apartment complex. So I'm like, what the fuck is that? Then my internet goes out all at the same time. I'm freaking out. I'm calling my boyfriend, not answering. So finally I called Carolyn, and she clocked my ass too right away. She was like, did you think there was like a nuclear bomb or something happening? I'm like, yes, all these alarms are going off. The internet's not working. No one's answering me. Like, am I the last person alive on this earth? Turns out there was like construction happening, which caused the Wi-Fi to go out, which triggered the carbon monoxide detector. That was a little scary.
That makes sense.
We're okay. And then the internet like never went back on. So sorry for the delay of this episode. It's my fault.
But it's back on now, so they got everything fixed.
Back on now. Everything fixed. It's been a weird things have been happening to me though, because then the next morning I wake up and my eye kind of hurts. I'm like rubbing it. I'm like, is there something in my eye? I go and I look in the bathroom mirror, and it's like there's a huge like ball underneath it of like, I don't even know what. I'm like, is it fluid? Is what? My eye was just like humongous. It looked like I got punched in the face. Wasn't pink eye, wasn't a bug bite. I don't know what it was. I put a warm compress on it, and it like hurt when I blinked. I did take antibiotics, and then it like slowly went down, and you can't tell anymore, but it's just like it's really dry under my eye, and it was red for like 2 days. To this day, I have no idea what it was. No idea what it was.
A couple things. When you said, really weird stuff has been happening to me, I thought you were going to like find a chip under your eye. Like I've been a robot this whole time, or something under your eye. Like it was like a bug or something, like you were having an infestation. So I'm really glad it was you just had like an eye infection. Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things, it wasn't that weird, but that just was never like, I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like, does this have to do with the carbon monoxide? I'm like trying to find a correlation. Just weird time.
If there were carbon monoxide, did it create like a bug infestation or something? Look, you know me, my mind goes to nuclear disaster about 90% of the time naturally. So I don't blame you for any of this.
Yeah, you did. The second I called you, you were like, did you think there was a nuclear bomb? I'm like, actually, yeah, I kind of did.
Because the first thing that would happen, the internet would go out, it would be hard to reach people. Now, I do think it was a jump. I was your second call. I would say 4th or 5th call, I'd be more concerned, but I still understand. I understand.
Yeah. Well, you were my second call because I was like, also like, damn, she's just sitting there in front of the computer waiting to record.
And if I don't answer, then that would be a problem. You're so right.
All is well. Tell me about you.
Oh my God, there's not much to tell, except there's now construction going on in my home.
Well, I can't even hear it. I can't hear it on the Zoom.
It just stopped. It was one of those things this morning that it woke us up at 6 a.m. with like...
Like a jackhammer?
Yeah, and it's been going on all day, but it sounds like it just stopped, which is great news for us and gabbers alike.
Yeah. Are you watching Secret Lives of Mormon Wives yet?
Yes.
Dude, it's fucking good.
It's so good. Where are you?
I just started episode 6.
Okay, see, where am I? I think I'm still on episode 5.
Yeah, okay, wow, we're like pretty much at the same spot. Yeah, I just like didn't really know what they were gonna do for a second season. I'm like, really, what's left? And also I'm like, it's just gonna feel so fake. Like, but it doesn't. Like, it's good, and I like that they keep like making mentions of the fact that like they are on a TV show, and this person wants to make more money, and this person's chasing clout. I don't know. I just think it's good. They like leaned into exactly what they are as a show, and I think that was really smart of them.
Well, what it's giving is it's giving the Valley, where it's like season 1, you have a bunch of new faces that don't really know how to appear on television, and especially you have all these new faces that are Mormon culture, which is especially about putting on, like, talk about pageant queens of just like being the best versions of themselves. And then a lot of shit went down, and now they're having to speak on it, and they're having to show their true selves. And like, I think we're starting to see the real characters come out, and they're very like dynamic dynamic and interesting.
Yeah.
A girl, Demi, man, she was such a fan favorite first season. This season, I'm not so sure.
A fall from grace, if you will.
I don't know where I'm going to land on it, but Taylor's my girl. She's been my girl from day one.
You
Love
have been
that
a day
bitch.
one Taylor stan. I love Taylor this season. I'm enjoying Michaela this season. I feel like we're seeing a lot more of her. Thank God we didn't see like anything of her last season, really.
Michaela has been showing herself so much. I'm like, I think she would be a real friend. Like in real life, I think we would be friends.
Yeah, I like
Like
her.
she's really cool. Although I think she's giving Whitney a hard time, but like it's their thing to hash out. I don't know.
But I do think there was maybe stuff that went down off camera that we don't know about. I enjoyed that Whitney was like, do you think we'll ever be friends again? And Michaela was like, no.
Yeah.
I just saw that. So, well, I don't know. Look, it's juicy, and I don't really know which storyline is real and which storyline is fake, but I don't even care. I'm hooked either way, and I think that's how you know it's a good-ass show.
Well, Bish, have you heard about the stuff that's gone on since? Between like Demi and Jesse are no longer friends.
Yeah,
and
I knew. A lot of it has to do with Marciano.
yes, which we're gonna find out, which I'm not surprised by. They've been on morning talk shows where they've gotten into it on the talk show. That's how like much they can't control themselves anymore. I mean, the drama is so real.
They love it. They love talking shit about each other, and that
Yeah.
they're just. I fear it's like they are trying too hard to like stay on reality TV and be relevant, but it's working. And like
Yeah.
I now want season 3. So they're basically dropping these 10 episodes, but this isn't all of season 2. I think there's another drop that's going to happen.
Oh my God. Well, that's a good sign.
That's what I heard. So I don't know. A lot to look forward to. I
don't know.
I freaking
That's
love
my
it.
treat today is to keep watching that because it is good.
Also, I don't pay for Peacock without ads. So anytime I watch like Vanderpump Rules or The Valley, I always have ads. But Hulu, I don't have ads. So I feel like the richest woman in the world that I just get to
know.
watch this series all the way through with not a single commercial.
Yeah, it is really nice. Do you have where like they give you an ad up top and they like have you pick which one, or do you just have no ads?
I got 0 ads.
Oh man, you're like a no case on your iPhone rich bitch.
Thanks,
like
Mom.
you are so rich.
Thanks, Mom, for the subscription.
Oh, jealous. I love that for you.
It is amazing. But let's get into Vanderpump Rules, shall we? Because this was the season finale of season 2, and a finale it was.
I did not realize it was the finale until we started it. And I was like, oh my God, it's already here. It seems like the blink of an eye.
That's how you know so much happens every episode, that like we knew what was going to happen this episode going into it. And even still, it's like, maybe it's not the finale. Like there's just so much shit that goes down.
Well, you know what also is an inclination to that is how long the previously on was for this episode. It was like 5 minutes. It was
Yeah.
like previously on. And they had to show 17 different storylines, which were all around the same themes, if you will.
Right. But there's just so many details that you need in order for the payoff of Kristen finally admitting it to
Yeah.
like really hit.
Pun intended.
Oh,
You're so funny. You
No,
are so
that
funny.
was a good one. We start off at the Shape House Sweat Lodge. Katie and Stassi are always doing crazy shit like this. It's like, we need to have a conversation, but not just a normal conversation. Let's go to the Sweat Lodge. Let's get our vaginas bedazzled. Let's go waxing. Let's go tanning. It's like, they can never just go to lunch, these two.
In case, no offense, but you need to shut your goddamn mouth because Shape House is the best place on earth.
Have you been?
Love that place. Yes. And they used to have one in Santa Monica right by me and it closed and I haven't been the same since.
Wow.
There's one in Larchmont that I'm pretty sure is still open. But it's amazing. If you want to work out and get the full effects of a full hour of cardio while not moving a goddamn inch of your body, you know where to go. You know where to go.
It is
Now,
enticing.
and they give you TV, so you're just watching TV the whole time. But now the alien suits were new to me. I've never like dressed in tinfoil like they did, but I have, they like still tuck you in the little bags.
Yeah, to make you sweat. Maybe they did that for dramatic effect.
Yeah, totally. So anyways, I thought it was a great place to have a conversation because they can't go anywhere. So that's all they have to do.
Yep. And here they basically just discuss, we're like foreshadowing, like them getting the truth out of Kristen. We're still trying to get the truth out of Kristen. Next, we have like a quick little scene of like Tom and Kristen at a bar. I wasn't quite sure what bar they were at.
I wrote some cafe.
I wrote bar, not sure where.
It's the little things.
So they share a beer, and Tom says that he's only believing Kristen's word. I feel like he's trying to come off as like this good, loyal boyfriend to make himself look better. He definitely thinks that Kristen cheated on him, but he wants to look like a good guy. Although Kristen does continue to deny. I forgot how much she really doubled down on this whole thing.
Well, I was going to ask you if you think they rehearsed this scene. Or if so, how much? Because surely Tom just wasn't sitting on this information that he got from Jax for like 16 plus hours without confronting her about it. Or did he? You know, like he's such a producer that I bet they went into this of like, hey, I'm going to bring up what Jax said to me. You're going to say this, blah, blah. Thoughts?
Or that scene could have been filmed before he went and met Jax at the beach and they just decided to air it this episode. I don't know, but that is a good point. I think he's purposely like trying to look like a man scorned of like, I had no idea, my girlfriend and my best friend. Like, I think he's trying to make himself look dumb.
Yeah, I don't know, but he was talking about what Jax said to him at the beach yesterday.
Oh, then I'm wrong. Never mind.
I mean, but I think both things are right. It's like he's being a man scorned, but like, how much is it him being Mr. Producer?
Yeah.
I think it's a bit of both.
I think it's a bit of both. Definitely trying to produce his own storyline from a young age. Next, we got a big old scene, bitch. Big old scene, the surf photo shoot. Woo, 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 we made it. Imagine being a waitress at a restaurant and also having to do shit like this. Like, it's hard for me to wrap my head around.
Well, in LA, it's the perfect thing. It's so smart. I mean, yes.
And obviously everyone's going to say yes,
yeah,
because they all want to be actors and models. So yeah, why not use them and be like, this will be a great opportunity for you and it will make my restaurant look good.
Well, yeah, and my website will look great.
Yeah.
My Squarespace will look bomb.
We learned that Jax is still texting Stassi that he misses her. Kristen has been excluded from the photo shoot. Like, we get like these little bits of pieces like throughout, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But Sandoval shows up 45 minutes late to the photo shoot because he's just having trouble sleeping and all this information. This is why I'm like, look, he's acting like a man scorned because knowing Tom Sandoval, it is very unlike him to show up late for an opportunity for him to get his photo taken. Don't you think?
Yes, period, yes.
So then Tom also says that he believes that Stassi could have planted those texts like from Kristen onto Jax's phone or something like that.
Now that is the craziest thing I've heard in my life.
Is it that far-fetched though, Carolyn? Is it that far-fetched?
That Stassi would take Kristen's phone and then text Jax.
No, or Stassi text Jax and like changed the number to Kristen so then Jax said, see, Kristen texted me these things. I don't know. I think there's a way to do it, but okay, it is a little far-fetched.
What I thought he was saying was like, Stassi, you hate Kristen so much that you took her phone and texted Jax those things from your phone. And you know she's not guilty. You just want to make her seem guilty.
Well, that is basically what he was saying. I just wasn't sure of the logistics of the planting of the text. Either way, these people do crazy shit. I mean, doesn't Tom say at one point in the episode, like, you know, I have apps that like can delete texts and stuff.
But doesn't he tell Kristen, I've tried and I haven't been able to do it?
You're right.
Because she was like, there are apps that can do it. And he's like, that's the thing. I've like tried apps and I can't find an app that does that. Like, I just don't. Look, agreed. They all do crazy shit. I actually wouldn't put it past anyone to do anything, to be fair.
Regardless, it doesn't even matter because during the scene, Stassi rehashes every bit of information that she has in great detail about the Jax and Kristen fucking. I can't even think of a different word.
Yeah, you can't sugarcoat that. Yeah, some might say too much detail, Kate.
And Tom still doesn't believe it. Like, doesn't believe it. It was too much detail. I had a visual and I didn't like it.
Yeah, it was a lot. And I mean, I think Stassi got a little carried away with the, why do you think I hit her fucking face? Because I think she's disgusting, lying whore. You know, like, I don't think that's constructive in a time like this.
Yeah.
But she has feelings.
She has feelings. It is an interesting dynamic, too, between Sandoval and Stassi because it's like, even though it is this crazy big love square, Sandoval and Stassi are the two best friends on the receiving end of this. And like,
yeah.
I understand Tom's point of view. Like, Kristen was your best friend. Jax was my best friend. But you're choosing to keep Jax around and ice Kristen out.
Yeah, that's true. And she should get called out for that. And she has her reasons of like, well, he admitted it and he is a piece of shit and I don't expect more from him, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, that still means you're allowing his behavior to exist within the friend group. And that's, something she needs to answer to.
She doesn't need Jax to be able to achieve the things that she wants to achieve. So that also makes
very
sense.
true. Yeah, very, very true.
There was one beautiful moment between the two of them, and I didn't think that there was ever like a good moment between Tom Sandoval and Stassi, but she does kind of break her like hard exterior and says to him like, we'll support you. Like, it's not just you and Kristen against the world. Like, we are all here for you. Like, and I felt like she was kind of just like, why the fuck are you doing this to yourself, dude? Like, know it's true. Just believe it.
But in that situation, in the time, it's hard to believe it. It's like hard to know that. So I think it was nice of her to throw that in begrudgingly at the end.
I just think it's so obvious that Sandoval's playing the victim. I do.
Yeah.
I think it's so obvious that he wants to look like she betrayed me and I was so good to her.
I don't know. There's just a part, and maybe I'm just a sucker for these things, as you know. But like, he seems torn up. He seems fucking torn up. Like, I don't know. The dude's crying with Lisa, but he cries a lot. I know he can do that. So I don't know.
But Carolyn, there is a scene where Tom is crying to Lisa, but there was not a single tear shed. He should get an award for crying with no tears.
That's true. Yeah,
Maybe
his tear ducts
He
are
also
broken.
might be. I also feel like there's a good chance that he's more torn up about the fact that Jax fucked his girlfriend than the fact that Kristen cheated on him. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah,
he's
well,
really
Lisa asked him that.
Yeah, he's fixated on the Jax of it all.
Yeah, totally. He is. And that's why I was saying last episode, like, his ego, I think, is more hurt than anything. Because he's like, dude, why would you do that to me? Like, on camera in front of all these people? Like, you're supposed to be my friend. Forget, like, and my girlfriend just fucked my friend. That's weird. He is choosing to fixate on the wrong things, I think.
Yeah, I totally agree. Following that up, they also have to model together this scene. And there's a scene where it's just the two of them standing next to each other with their shirts off. So awkward, but you know what? Professional.
I guess. I was like, look, if the photographer were on my sheet, he would get so many points for this. Like, that was a weird, mean thing to do to those two young men.
If Lisa was on your sheet, she would get some points too, because she is just like picking at them.
Yeah, which if I were to do the sheet all over again, she absolutely would need a column. Just
it's funny because you don't think that she really... I guess I just forgot how much she is weaseling into everything, and she definitely... has some points.
A lot of it's speculation points, you could argue, of like, well, she doesn't do it blatantly, but behind the scenes, she's puppet mastering here.
That's a good point. That's a very, very good point. Speaking of, Lisa has this moment during this where she's like blown away about the fact that Jax genuinely has no morals and doesn't care about like what he did. Jax even says he doesn't feel bad because Tom and Kristen's relationship was bullshit and that they were just glorified roommates. Is that not the excuse that Sandoval gave as to why he cheated on why he cheated on Ariana with Raquel? We were just roommates. We were just friends. We weren't even like a real relationship anymore. So Tom thought it was okay to cheat on Ariana with Raquel. It's the same excuse. It's like, it's so crazy how history repeats itself in this show.
Not only that, it's the same excuse he gave to cheat on Kristen with Ariana.
That's so true. That's so true.
It's the same broken record. He has one alibi.
He's a hypocrite. He's a big old hypocrite.
The roommate thing.
This photo shoot's also just getting completely out of hand. I forgot that they get completely butt naked, not even underwear on.
Peter, oh my God, I was dying. Do you think he got erect? That's all I kept thinking. It's like, there's no way he didn't get erect during this.
That's a good question. I'd almost be more concerned if he didn't. You
Right?
know, like he had 4 completely naked hot girls touching him. He and Stassi are chest to chest. Katie's on the other side of him, which I assumed was intended because I think they fucked before. And then Ariana I was surprised that she got completely naked, to be honest. And then Tina was the other one. I bet you Scheana was so fucking pissed she wasn't in that photo.
That's so true. Oh, that is. I bet she's like, guys, I was out. I would have been there. I was out to shooting.
Or she was like, if I didn't just get engaged, totally. But I don't have a boyfriend anymore. I have a fiance, and I have to respect him. She wanted to be naked in that photo, 100%.
That's true. She would frame that on. She would get the blown canvas in her room.
Yeah, that was too much for me. I'm like, ew, Ken's there. Like, why is everyone naked? It's weird.
And it's weird how much Lisa, like, loved it.
Like, topless
She's
is
like,
one thing, but their vaginas were out.
His dick was just dangling on Stassi. That's what I'm saying. I just, who knows? Fun kids. Kids. That's all I gotta say.
Then, God, so much happens at this fucking photo shoot. Lisa tells Stassi that she has to apologize to Kristen for hitting her, which I understand. Lisa being like, I get why she hit her, but she hit her at the end of the day, and they both work together, and she has to at least apologize for that. How do you feel about that? Like, about Stassi having to apologize? Like, was it warranted enough that it doesn't need an apology?
I think it's a liability thing. I think Lisa can't be on the show and having people hitting each other and letting them get away with it to still work at her restaurant. What if something happened in the future where Stassi, God forbid, hit someone again and like gave them a black eye and they lost their sight? I mean, that's an exaggeration, but you know what I mean?
No,
like,
that's fair. But like,
you have to be able to say like, okay, I'm acknowledging it. I took the steps that I thought were appropriate at the time. She can't just let it go, I think, and have them work at her restaurant.
I don't know the answer to this, because we're not there yet later in the series, but like, does Jax apologize or does Tom apologize for punching Jax?
That's a good question. And we probably lose that because that will probably happen in the interim between the next season,
right. So who knows? But I get it. I understand why she's asking for this apology.
But that is a good point. And do you think she made the guys do? I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't make the guys do because, you know her history with like guys, her favoritism.
Being able to do whatever they want, exactly.
Yeah.
And then the last quick little thing that I noticed in this scene is that James Kennedy was there.
I was going to say the same thing.
Didn't even have a mic on. Like, doesn't say a word. You could tell they did not think he would ever be a thing.
He looked about 13 years old. Was he about 13 years old?
So skinny.
Little scrawny dude. How old was he here? I think he literally was like 18.
I would bet 18. That's exactly what I would have said, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I loved it. I was like, see you soon, buddy.
Maybe at least 21.
Yeah, we'll look it up. I'll Google it as you say the next thing.
Can you Google what year that was filmed, and then I'll do the math?
It's saying season 2 aired in 2013 and 2014.
Okay, let's just say 2013.
So it must have been 2013.
So James Kennedy was exactly 21 years old because he was born in 1992.
Okay. So he's just, some guys are just like just wait to blossom.
Yeah, he didn't hit his LA puberty yet. Then we do another scene at Tom and Kristen's apartment where Kristen is still denying this fucking rumor, saying that nothing ever happened. What was Kristen's end goal here? Genuinely, what was the end goal? To just never tell Tom and marry him?
Never. That's a good point, the marriage thing. I didn't think about that. Yeah, what is your end goal here forever? I guess it was. Because Stassi said the same thing of like, Jax, if you don't come to this dinner, like, she will deny it for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
Honestly, if Stassi hadn't have done that and all this hadn't have happened, they wouldn't still be together, God forbid. But like, they might have been together for another year or something insane.
Yeah, but I mean, that mobile plan, they can't miss out on their shared mobile plan.
It all goes back to the mobile plan, which, I mean, girls just keep it in consideration. It's hard to get out of that contract.
Yeah, there are other options. You can break up with your boyfriend. You can share a mobile plan with a friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I just feel like Kristen is just gaslighting the fuck out of Tom in this scene, and if he really didn't know, then I feel bad for him, because she does say like, if you can't believe me, then this is over. You're gonna let this end us? I'm like,
yeah.
Oh my God, dude, like, this is, the manipulation is crazy.
That was some dark stuff.
Yeah.
You best believe I had to give her a point for that.
As
Jesus.
you should. We have a quick scene where Scheana goes wedding dress shopping, which I was like, bitch, I know she already has the custom crop top wedding dress, and this is all for TV.
Right. I'm so embarrassed to say that when I watched this, I loved the custom crop top wedding dress.
Me too.
I loved it. I thought it was so cute.
I don't know why people are so hard on it.
I got married, sorry to make it all about me all the time, but I was married about 3 years ago now. I already look back on my wedding dress and think, oh, that's dated. Like, it's always gonna look dated, I think. Like, I think... I don't know if I'll talk to other friends that like saw my wedding dress and see what they think. But I think just trends are going to come and go. And that was a short-lived one that she just hopped on. And I love a fashion risk. A little fashion risk.
It suited her for that time. Like it's like you look at that and you're like, okay, yeah, this was so 2013, but that's not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing at all. And you know, it's all for naught because she got better wedding photos with the love of her life later.
That's true.
So
she had another chance.
It all worked out.
All right, so now we are at Sir at Scheana's engagement party.
Yay! We made it.
This made me realize it actually is so funny that Scheana's engagement was completely overshadowed by this Jackson Kristen rumor. Because it was like the episode after she got engaged is when this rumor really like got some fuel added to it. And like it was just like a blip, like a season that should have been revolved around Scheana's engagement. Really, just it's not anymore.
Don't worry, she'll have her time when it becomes about her wedding, you know?
And she damn sure will. But she does make sure that she gets a little bit of attention during this scene. And for the first time ever, we hear live, good as gold. She stands on the...
Good as gold. Sorry, I was waiting in my mind.
Oh, sorry, we were singing the whole song.
Yeah.
Should we start from the beginning? I open Pandora's box for you.
Tonight.
So this is the scene, iconic scene, where she is standing on top of the Sir Bar in her gold shorts, singing "Good as Gold." And I'll be honest, I was bopping my head along with Schwartz and Jax. It is a good song, and I love that everyone kind of admits, like, you know what? It's pretty good.
Hater, lover, it takes a certain individual to have the balls to get up on your restaurant bar top and sing to a room with your boss and everyone you know. You know, like it takes a certain strong individual to do that.
Good as Gold has outlasted most relationships on that show.
So true.
So you gotta give it up for Bob.
And we use it all the time for our posts.
We do.
Like it still lives on for everybody.
It will always live on. So Kristen shows up to the party and immediately confesses to Stassi. She's crying. You could tell she went in there and just said, I'm just going to go in and do it. I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off. And she was like, I can't even look at you. She was torn up.
Pause. I completely forgot that during this entire admission, Tom is sitting next to her the entire time, backing her up.
Because he wants to look like a good guy.
What?
Him saying, Kristen told me the truth, but I'm going to stand by her. He would. And I remember during like the first time I saw this, I did think to myself, that's really like admirable of him.
Like, oh my God. I could not believe that this was happening. That was shocking to me that I just like, that had lapsed my memory.
Yeah, I did remember that one only because like I thought about that with the whole like Scandival thing. And I'm like, he's just delusional. But so Kristen, they find out that Kristen told Tom the truth right before they left for the party. Tom is standing up for Kristen because he doesn't want her to face this alone. Stassi then, after her conversation with Kristen, goes, this is my favorite scene of the whole episode, goes and tells like everyone, all her little Sir friends, that Kristen admitted it, and everyone's looked. They are gagged. Their jaws are on the floor. They're like, what? Because I think they all knew she did, but no one ever expected her to actually admit it. And because that's what they keep saying, like, she admitted it? Wait, she admitted it? And then Jax walks up and goes, wait, she did? As if Jax is acting like this is news to him. Bitch, you were there. Like, you know it's true. Why are you acting so shocked? I think that people just never expected her to come clean.
It's giving Bill Clinton admitting that he had sexual relations with that woman. Like, we never thought it would happen, yet it did. It finally did. The truth always comes out.
Yeah, it always comes out. So then Tom pulls Jax for a chat in the alley. Again, Tom is crying to Jax, but I don't see no tears. And Jax just has no remorse and says none of this bothers him. Kristen needed to get laid, and so did Jax, so why wouldn't they hook up?
Look, Stassi said she's a devil, and don't you forget it. Here, Jax is sitting like the devil, and let us never forget it. It was spooky. It was eerie. I had goosebumps, like serial killer vibes, Ted Bundy-esque. I didn't like it, Jax. It was very odd.
No, it was scary how he feels nothing. Crazy how he could make that like flip on Sandoval like that. It's like you guys had been friends for years and now all of a sudden you're deciding like, actually we weren't even really that close. Like how could Sandoval ever be friends with Jax after this? I just don't get it.
I know. How could any of them still be friends with any? We'll never understand.
And that is the question. So then Kristen has a talk with Lisa and basically like is talking about like how this is going to affect the restaurant. And Lisa basically like wants her. It's kind of like trying to convince her to quit, I feel.
Yeah, I also didn't like this because it was, I don't know, it was a little manipulative of being like, if you quit, you'd be doing me a favor. Then just fire her. That's a really weird, rude comment for her to say. It's very manipulative. Like what? So if she decides not to quit, she's going to stay at the restaurant and feel like she's less than all these other people. Like just fire her. Just get rid of her. If,
also,
like it is.
It is kind of like Lisa, not right now. Like we don't need to talk about the state of my employment right now. I literally just changed the course of me and my best friend's and boyfriend's relationship. Like I have bigger fish to fry than if I'm going to clock into my 4 p.m. serving shift tomorrow.
Yeah, that was definitely Lisa getting some producing points yet again.
Yep, yet again. There was a weird scene between Schwartz and Sandoval where Schwartz is basically telling Sandoval, like, you should be more mad at Kristen than you are with Jax. Like, what the fuck does Jax have on these people? Seriously, that was so weird. Like Sandoval's like bitching about Jax and basically Schwartz is kind of like, no, dude, like be more mad at Kristen. It's like, let him be mad at both.
Well, I was going to say, is he wrong, Kate? Should he not be kind of mad at Kristen as well?
Well, yeah, but he shouldn't
not be mad at Jax.
He shouldn't not be mad at Jax. Exactly. Wow, I could not get that one out.
No, I got you. I understand. But it's funny how you took that because when I listened to it, I was like, yeah, why the fuck are you so caught up on Jax? Like, be a little pissed at Kristen. But you're right. He should be able to venomously hate all of the above. The answer is always C.
Maybe from Tom's POV, I'm going to give him a little bit of credit, even though I don't really think this was his mindset. Everyone hates Kristen and no one is mad at Jax. So I think Tom maybe is overcompensating of like, we all know Kristen fucked up. But like, so did Jax. Like, fuck Jax.
Yeah, that's a good point. And you're all still hanging out with him as if he didn't do a fucking damn thing.
Right, like, why are we letting Jax get off? Like, he fucked me over, dude. I'm supposed to be this dude's friend. Like, I do feel like that could hurt a little bit more. It's like your girlfriend cheats on you. Okay, we cheated on each other all the time, whatever. But like my best friend?
Yeah. And like friendships are supposed to be forever, like relationships come and go. I get it. It sucks.
Then we get a part where you couldn't have written it. Like it couldn't have been scripted. They're all sitting together in a group and Sandoval walks up and he's asked Lisa, so are we working or are we guests? And Lisa's like, what the fuck?
Wait, like, Kate, you know he wrote this. You know he thought well and hard about what line would land so poetically at this moment.
You know what? You're right. You could write this. And you did write this.
This is exactly what you can write. All right.
So the vibe is like ominous after he asks that. Lisa gets up and Tom, you're so right. He wrote this. Tom says, so Jax, you don't ever feel anything? Well, do you feel this? And then he punches him, fucking clocks him right in the nose. I will say, didn't hold back. There was not a flinch. There was not a moment of hesitation where he like pulled back. It was full force and I kind of respected it. A
hit's a hit and he got a hit. And as Jack said, I'm just mad I didn't get a hit back. I don't know. To me, it looked like you could have gotten a hit back, but Tom was just all over that you didn't get a chance to, buddy.
Yeah. Also, I noticed that in the middle of this fight, skinny ass James Kennedy is back again. He's working and he's trying to pull. It was quick, but he's trying to pull these guys off. It's really quick, but I noticed him trying to pull them off of each other. And I just thought it was so funny that like, he's just like working the shift that night. Meanwhile, he becomes such a prominent figure in the show.
Yeah, this is a disturbance. This is annoying to him that night. Yeah. And he's later, like, it becomes his world.
I have tables to buzz. Yeah. So much is happening. Jax loves the fact that he got punched in the face, right? He's smirking. It's creepy.
Again, the devil is inside of him.
No, Carolyn, you're right, and it is.
Bring Zach Bagans to his home. He's the head guy of Ghost Adventures. He does.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, who the fuck is Zach Bagans?
That guy in Ghost Adventures, he does exorcisms, so if you ever need one, just let me know. I'll call
we
him.
should put him in contact with Jax Taylor.
Yeah, for sure. That would be the best episode. I would die.
I want to see Stassi perform the exorcism on Jax.
Yes. Oh my God. Poetic justice served.
That would be
right
good.
there.
Also, during all of this, who do you think is making it all about them?
Well, she did have her teeth surgery coming up. It was so scary.
They
it was so
pushed
spooky.
me.
It was so scary.
They pushed me, Lisa. They pushed me.
Meanwhile, Jax is like broken nose, bleeding everywhere. Yeah, she was just so worried about her teeth. She's getting married. She's a bride now.
Yeah,
I was
like,
LOLing.
oh my God. I kind of forgot that
She was
did that.
sobbing. She was sobbing as if she lost a parent. I mean, she was just heaving into Lisa's arms.
Heaving. Lisa's kind of like, you know what? I get it. I get that Tom punched Jax. I understand.
Yeah.
Jax really has no feelings at all about this happening. Like you said, he just said, I wish I got a hit in, which I don't actually think he would hit him back. I really don't.
Interesting.
I don't. Do you? I can't
Yeah.
even like picture Jax punching someone. Oh my God.
you being for real?
Season one, he does get in like a fight with Frank in the parking lot. But does he
I was
ever
like,
throw a punch?
I don't think-
I feel like he's
he
all
never
bark,
makes
no bite.
contact.
I think he's all bark, no bite.
Oh man, I think he's so capable of it. I think if the cameras weren't there, he would like kill somebody. I think.
Interesting.
But again, I'm high on this exorcism theory, so like maybe I'm not in the right state of mind to answer right now.
No, it could go either way. Gabbers, let us know in the comments what you think. Would Jax have thrown a punch, yes or no? It could go either way for me.
It's like Andy Cohen's time for the polls.
Oh my God, I wish we could do that. That'd be so fun.
Yeah, here we go.
And then this episode ends with Tom and Kristen leaving hand in hand. So it kind of leaves you on a cliffhanger of, are they going to stay together?
And to be honest with you, I don't remember how next season starts.
Well, I think I remember the reunion of this season starts with Tom and Ariana dating already.
Holy shit. So we do. Oh God. I can't wait for that one.
Yeah, they start dating like right away, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's cringe.
Yeah.
Oh God, what a mess.
What a mess. But what a perfect reality show. I mean, what a finale.
You've said it before. I mean, it's like a Renaissance painting. It is truly like Shakespeare. This season, I think, is my favorite season of Vanderpump Rules.
It's the best season. It is. This is the groundwork season. This is when you really like understand everybody.
Yeah, season 1 is epic, but it lays the groundwork, and then this has a lot of payoff, and then it goes off from there. We have peaks and valleys, but I mean, I think this is a peak for me.
I think the season that I will always watch, if I just want to throw one on, is James and Lala's first season.
Lala's first season. You said that. Yeah,
I like when they
seeing
pop
them.
in. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one too. That's a good one.
Yeah. All right, where are we?
All right, so this is the final rankings of Vanderpump Rules Season 2. Our main characters for all the crimes they've committed this season. It was a close race going into this. Kristen was in the lead. Jax wasn't far behind. So it was curious to see if Jax would catch up this episode. Let's see if he did. All right. Some of these you're going to have heard for the 15th 100 times, so bear with me.
That is not your fault. That's the show, baby.
That's showbiz, baby.
That's
All
showbiz.
Right. Kristen lies to Tom about hooking up with Jax. 1. Stassi says, why do you think I hit her fucking face? Because I think she's a disgusting lying whore. Again, my hate speech of women towards women. I gotta give her a 1.
Fair.
Again, I don't condone it, but I understand it.
Yeah, of course.
Tom refuses to believe that Kristen slept with Jax. I feel like he needed a point just to like acknowledge that he's refusing to believe this. Because it's weird. Why is literally in front of his face?
Yeah.
If the guy is telling you he did it, like he did it, I don't know. Jax says to Lisa when she asks about Tom, well, satisfy your girlfriend, how about that? And then says, friend, you can use that loosely in regards to Tom. Both of those got him a point or 2. Kristen gaslights the F out of Tom at the top of her lungs, saying, if you believe this, then I'm leaving you. Crazy. I gave her 2 for that. I gave her 2 for gaslighting him, and then 1 more for the Quote, if you don't believe me, then it's over. Scheana dances on the countertops of Sir, singing her new single, Good as Gold. I had to give her 1 audacity point. I understand this and love it. In Scheana fashion, like, she needs the audacity points if she earns them.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
It's iconic. I want it no other way, but I have to give her a point. Kristen admits to lying about sleeping with Jax. I gave her 3 points here. We already knew it happened, but whatever. But she's still lying. Okay, we didn't talk about this, but she's still lying because she says it was only 1 time. Kristen, why would you not
say I did sleep with Jax 1 time? Well, maybe maybe they only fucked 1 time and the other time was the blowjob. Semantics.
Semantics. Jesus Christ. Tom defends Kristen die on the hill style. I gave him 3 for that. I forgot he was at that scene completely. Jax is rude to Tom afterwards in a devil-like way, saying, I'm not worried about anything happening. I don't care. She's got to get laid. So do I. I gave him, like, I think 5 points for that all total. Like 1 for saying I don't care, 1 for saying she's got to get laid, and like 2 for being a sociopath, so forth. Tom punches Jax in the face. I don't condone violence, but every part of me understands it. It still is going to give him a 3.
You have to do it.
Have to do it. Just like, for liability reasons, just like Lisa Vanderpump. Jax smiles like a creepy serial killer with blood on his face. I gave him a 1. Scheana is sobbing because of her teeth. This is not the time to do that. I gave her a 1. And Jax is still being a dick about this all, saying he just wish he got a hit back. So, in total for this episode...
Drum roll, please. Oh, wait, no, sorry, not the final. I'll drum roll later.
No, this is just this episode.
I'm saving my drum roll.
Yeah, Stassi gets 1, Jax gets 10, Scheana 2, Kristen 8, Sandoval 7, Schwartz 0, Katie 1, Ariana 0. Now, this leaves us for season 2 overall. In 8th place,
drum roll, please.
Have...
Okay, sorry, I had to bring out the drum. I'll put it away now.
Thank you so much. If you could just put it under the desk. Ariana with 18 points. Give it up to Ariana, everybody. That's a good showing for her first season.
Yeah.
In 7th place, we have her now good friend, Katie Maloney with 20 points. Great job, Katie. In 6th, we have Mr. Tom Schwartz with 21 points. I will say about 20 of those were from 1 episode alone.
Yeah.
Scheana.
Wait, was this season Cabo?
Yes.
Holy shit, so much.
This was Cabo, and Kate, I even did the graph, and I'll post it. And you can just see his line was pretty much at 2 points, and then Cabo got him up there, and he just stayed there the whole time.
We should post it on our Instagram grid, the graph.
We will.
That's funny.
In 5th place, in the middle, we have Miss Scheana, soon to be Shay, at 26 points. Great job, Scheana. Great job. Your teeth look amazing, sweetie. In 4th place, now this is a switch up from last season, we have Miss Stassi Schroeder with 48 points.
Yeah, I'm glad she isn't in that top 3. She doesn't deserve it.
She doesn't deserve it. Now, second runner-up, really showing a strong showing the entire season, we have Mr. Tom Sandoval with 58 points. Give it up for Tom, everybody.
I think I know where these next 2 are going.
In 2nd place, we love to hate him. We hate to love him. No one loves him. We just don't really like him right now. It is Mr. Jax Taylor with 76 points.
Damn.
It goes from Sandoval at 58 to Jax at 76, and then reigning the queen that she is, first place with a whopping 93 points, we have Miss Kristen Doty. Give it up, everybody.
I really was worried Kristen was going to break 100. I really was worried.
I was really worried about that too. Now, a couple of data things I want to point out. This was the first season that I did every time they lied about cheating. I got them on there. That's really what put people over the edge. Kristen was knocked double because she was on both sides of incessantly lying to Stassi and Tom, and I think that's what did her in by the end of it, you know? And then Jax eventually admitted it. Then he was a sociopath about it, but that's what did him in. And then Sandoval lied about Ariana a lot and then refused to admit Kristen did it, and that's what did him in. So, I mean, I think there are a lot of double plays for those top 3 spots. Strong showing for everyone this season. I think they should be really proud of themselves.
It's so funny because like nowadays, a lot of these reality shows, it's like one major focus for the whole season. And that's like what the storyline's going to be about. But for this, it was like there was one major focus for like 2.5 episodes and then we move on to something else.
Yes. And then there's a previously on that'll recap it for about 3 minutes beforehand.
Yeah. Wow.
So
we're not going to recap the reunions, but if you guys are following along with us, please watch them on your own. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it starts with Ariana and Tom dating already, which is just... It's like, yes, Kristen, you did something shitty, but I also do feel kind of bad for Kristen. Like that, it's a fucking mess, dude. It's all a mess.
It's a tangled web.
If you guys are unaware, we've been recapping the Valley every week, so please be sure to tune into that. It'll now be nice to kind of just get Valley Jacks. It's been a lot of Jacks these last couple of weeks.
I mean, yeah, drinking game alert. Every time we say Jacks, we would be hammered.
Maybe even dead.
Perhaps even not alive.
Too much alcohol.
Too much to do it. But I've absolutely loved rewatching season 2 with you guys. Thank you everybody for following along. Please keep listening to The Valley with us. We recap it every week. We have been so grateful for all the new gabbers that have come along this season. Please remember to rate, like, subscribe. Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your cousins, first, second, third, and fourth. And we can't wait to see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.